So just how do you defeat a narcissistic individual when they come at you with game after game after game and they just don't seem to leave you alone? They just don't seem to get it. No matter how many different ways you try and explain things to them, it just doesn't go through to them. It doesn't go in. They're not interested. They lack the empathy to have the understanding for how their behaviour negatively impacts you, and often they can be sadistic enough to get pleasure out of your pain, and you can reach a point where you just want to defeat them, get one over on them. Now, when it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, you don't particularly want to outsmart them, because if you outsmart them in a way that they know, if you're more intelligent than them, if you're more talented than them, if you're quick-witted, your wit is better than them, your humour is better than theirs, they take great offence to this if they're not benefiting in some way, and they seek to go all out to destroy you, to provoke some form of reaction from you. When it comes to defeating a narcissistic individual, many people can go through a stage of, well, that's narcissistic. Well, I wouldn't really want to hurt another person. And that is also natural. And it's also natural to get to a point where I've had enough. I've just done. Let's see justice. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, one effective strategy, if not the most effective strategy to defeat them, is to cut off all your supply. Cut off all your emotions, all your reactions, all your explanations, all your justifications. Resist the temptation to fire back at them. Resist the temptation to explain to them. Don't take the dare. Don't defend. Don't argue. Don't rationalise. Don't explain. Leave them in their own little world and their own little planet. Because narcissistic individuals thrive on causing emotional distress within others, on gaining those emotional reactions from others in order for them to maintain control and fuel their own ego and fuel their own sense of superiority. By simply no longer engaging with a narcissist, you are effectively denying them of all the validation and all the attention that they are so desperately craving from you. Cutting off a narcissist's supply of emotional reactions forces them to confront their own emptiness and their own insecurities, which they really don't take too kindly to. Without the reinforcement of your emotional reactions, narcissists are kind of left to face their own flaws and vulnerabilities, which they really don't want to do, as it's a powerful blow to their ego and their inflated sense of self, which is why more often than not, the second you stop emotionally reacting to a narcissist, the second you stop playing into their games, the second you stop giving them attention, they receive that narcissistic injury. They don't want to look too deeply into themselves, and they go all out to double down on their behaviour in order to gain that reaction from you. And that doesn't mean to give them the reaction. That means to resist the temptation to give them the reaction they're craving and ride out the storm. Yet with narcissistic individuals, keeping yourself safe around those who lack empathy. Narcissists will play various games in order to regain control over the situation and manipulate others. This can include gaslighting your reality, denying what they've done, or claiming that you're the one that's the issue, you're the one that's awkward, you're the one that's selfish, you're bitter, you're jealous. Don't take it personally. Don't worry. It's easier said than done, but don't worry too much about what other people think of you. Worry more about what you think of yourself, because they will go all out with that projection and accuse you of the one who doesn't care about them, even though you've tried so many times to make it work with them, be it your parents, a childhood friend, an ex. You will have given it all you can think of to make it work. They will use a ton of manipulation. They will go all out with the guilt trips. They will come at you with the accusations, the unjust accusations. They will shift all the blame onto you. They will go all out to smear your name, to scapegoat you, to make you look like the problem, because when they've lost control of you, they want to make sure that they can control how everyone around you sees you. They will go all out to play the victim. By not engaging with a narcissist, you're not playing into their hands. You're not playing into their manipulative tactics. And you are instead taking their power away from them. It more than likely doesn't feel like it when they are coming at you with game after game. The reason they're coming at you with those games is because they've lost control over you. They've lost that power, that sense of superiority. They're coming after you with those games to regain control over the situation. Less is more. The less attention you pay them, the more freedom you will get. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, cutting off all emotional reactions is one of the most powerful ways to defeat a narcissist and strip them of their control over you. By refusing to provide the narcissist with the emotions that they are so desperately craving from you, you are effectively dismantling their ability to manipulate and exploit and control you. And that is why they up their games. And as soon as they up their games, they usually get that reaction from us. And then once they've got that reaction, they feel smug. We've played straight into their hands. They've got what they wanted. And for a moment, it can feel good when they come at you with a message telling you that you're this, that and the other. And you can just sort of send one back rather quick and be like, ha, got you. Backfires each and every time because a narcissist twists it each and every time. And then you're in the argument with them and they're just twisting it because they're getting the attention. They're lapping up the attention. If you need to respond to them, it needs to be as boring and as simple as possible, taking out all emotions out of the conversation. Simple answers, okay. Boring answers. Don't get too deeply. Now, to get it out of your head, it's good to sort of write it down elsewhere. Everything you'd like to say to them. This is what I'd like to say. And you write a huge essay. And then you send them like 5 words. Only if you have to. Retreat and then rethink the situation. Don't respond straight away. Give yourself time. Yes, they'll get offended about this because they'll accuse you of being ignorant and ignoring them. It's none of their business. They don't like indifference. They like to be in control. So one of the best methods to defeat a narcissist is to cut off all your emotional supply to them, all your reactions to them. Stop validating them. Stop giving them the attention that they're craving from you. And when they escalate their games, recognize that this strategy is working. That's why they're escalating their games. And stand your ground. Stand firm on your decision and no longer supply them with the attention that they're needing from you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. They'll be in the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.